Hey, I'm professional shooting coach Colin Costello with ShotMechanics Basketball, and today we're going to help Andre Roberson hit more free throws. All right, so Andre is one of the premier defenders in the NBA, but one of the things that's kind of hurt him in the past, especially this last season, is his free throw shooting, right? Today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few tips that can probably help him out and immediately increase his shooting percentage from the free throw line, but I want you to think about your own free throws, and a lot of times these same things are going to help you out as well. Now, before we jump into it, don't forget you can click the link in the description to get a free copy of my 7-day shooting challenge. This shooting challenge is going to revolutionize the way you think about your training, and we're going to increase your shooting percentage in probably just 7 days, right? That's how powerful it is, and we got thousands of players running through it right now, so click the link below and pick that up for free. Now, as we go to the free throw line here, the first thing that I want to talk about on Andre's shot is his hand position. Now, what you'll notice is he kind of tries to jam his hand around the back or around the side of the basketball, and as he brings it up, he has to shift his hand at the very last second, right? Now, everybody's hand position is going to be different. I kind of recommend 3 different ones depending on where your set point is and where you put the basketball. So, the 3 main ones that you can use is on top, back, or side, or some kind of medium combination. Now, the thing about Andre's mechanics is if you look at it, I think a hand top position is going to work a lot better for him, because if his hand's on top of the ball, as he brings it up, it's going to allow his palm to be directly underneath the basketball as he's coming up, and he's going to be able to eliminate that little hitch that he has on his free throws, right? Because if he's bringing it up now from either the back or kind of the back side, as he brings it up, his palm is facing off to the side this direction, and so at the last second, he's got to try to snap it around, and that's where some of his consistency issues are coming from, right? With shooting, if we can kind of correct some sort of movement early in the shot, generally it's going to be a lot easier than if we try to correct something late in the shot, right? So this is kind of a preventative thing where hand placement is super easy to change. Now, this is something that's probably going to help him on his normal jump shot as well. So as a shooter, I want you to think about your hand positioning, right? Do you feel best with it on the top, on the side, or kind of more on the side back, right? A lot of us are taught we always have to have it behind the basketball right here, and it makes it sometimes that it's going to be jamming you just a little too close. So think about that hand position. For somebody like Andre, I think it's probably going to be on the top, but for you, it might be a little bit different. Another issue Andre has is something that a lot of shooters have at the free throw line, and that's that he's too square with his feet. Right now, you'll notice most of the best free throw shooters on the planet are going to tilt their feet just a little bit. And with Andre, his feet are just a little too square, right? Meaning that his toes are all pointed towards the rim, so he's getting a lot of upper body tension in his shoulders. So for him, it might be a very, very easy tweak to just tilt his feet slightly. For him, I don't think it's going to be a big tilt. I think it's just going to be a tiny little one. But what that's going to do is it's going to allow to smooth out that set point, right? Right now, he's kind of got a little bit of a hitch, and it has to set here for a second, and then we have a lot of shoulder tension. So by tilting these feet, you can tell that it's nice and smooth. Now, a great way to test this is to line up at the free throw line just like this, right? Point 10 toes towards the basket, just like you're getting ready to shoot if you're squared up, and then raise the ball up to your set point and feel how much tension there is in your upper body, right? As I'm standing here at the line and I bring it up to my set point, I can just feel my muscles on the outside of my shoulder like almost pulling it down in this direction, right? Where if I tilt my feet just slightly and I'm getting ready to shoot, now as I bring it up, I feel like I have a much smoother release coming through because body biomechanically, my muscles aren't pulling that direction, if that makes sense. So anytime you're at the line, you're probably going to want to tilt a little bit, meaning that your front foot's going to be closer to the line, your back foot's going to be further away, right? And we're going to be pointed off to the left if you're a right-handed shooter, or pointed off to the right if you're a left-handed shooter, right? That's going to make it more smooth, it's going to make it more replicable, and it's going to be easier to hit shots when you're tired at the end of games as well. So the next issue that Andre has is his set point timing. Now what we see is his body fires first, and then the ball fires on his jump shot. Now most of the time this isn't going to work very well because you're segmented in your shot, and so you're not getting that smoothness and that rhythm into the free throw. So what you'll notice is as Andre's getting ready to shoot, he does his routine, and then his body fires, and then the ball pauses right here at a set point just for a second, right? Or just for a split second. So as it pauses right here, then he's just his arms. So pretty much, if you really break his jump shot down, his motion is really no different than if he walked up to the line and went like this, and then just shot like that, right? We don't get that motion, we don't get that fluidity, we don't get that power, right? The analogy I always like to give is an uppercut punch. If I start my uppercut punch from 2 inches away from my target, let's say somebody's chin's right here, like I'm not going to get that much power and that much rhythm, that momentum, right? So what you can do and what Andre can do to help him out is if he loads the ball lower and he fires the hip and his ball at the same time so they both never stop moving, that smoothness and that fluidity is going to allow that momentum to transfer through his body and into the basketball, right? Giving him better arc, better fluidity, higher shooting percentage right away, right? So a lot of that's just a little bit of a timing issue and pretty easy to solve. And it's super important because a lot of times if your body's segmented, whether the ball's too early or the body's too early, it's gonna be really hard to hit those shots. So just make sure that you're nice and smooth, right? As you're coming down, you're gonna load the ball in your hips at the same time. See how the ball and the hips are moving together? So I go down and then up all at the same time, nice and smooth. No hitch, no pause, it'll be perfect. All right, if this video helped you out, you're gonna wanna hit that like button and then head to the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you wanna see next. And if you're new to ShotMechanics, don't forget you're gonna hit that subscribe button and then also click the link in the description or this button down here to get a free copy of my 7-day shooting challenge. This 7-day shooting challenge is gonna revolutionize the way you think about your training, and we're gonna help you hit more jump shots in 1 week, I guarantee it. So you're gonna wanna check that out. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with ShotMechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.